Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Meter Group's 2018 Christmas party. We are very happy that you've decided to join us tonight for activities, for food, for gathering together to appreciate this holiday season, and also to recognize the many employees at the business in their years of service, and to say thank you to each and every one of you as employees for making Meter Group successful and a great place to work. I'd like to start off by recognizing the motor, the energy behind the Christmas party, which really is my sister, the lovely Tamsin Jolly. A round of applause for Tamsin, please. And also, if we could recognize each of the people who has helped make this possible. The people who are helping in the kitchen, Chef Tom for the food, the organizing committee, everyone who helped with the decorating and making this place look wonderful as well. A round of applause for each and every person who's helped to make this party possible. What we're going to do today is not quite the stampede and see who gets trampled approach, which we've had in years past. Instead, what we're going to be doing is dismissing tables by number to come up and fill your plates and then start eating. So we're going to start with tables 1 through 5. If you are seated at tables 1 through 5, you can stand up and go and get dinner. If not, please enjoy your hors d'oeuvres until Adam Bacon, wherever Adam is. See him back there waving? Adam is going to come and dismiss your table to go and eat, okay? So we're doing things in order. Tables 1 through 5 go and eat, and then we'll be dismissing and going through things in that way. So thank you, and please enjoy dinner.
Okay, tables 6 through 10. 6 through 10. You can go ahead and, so 1 through 10 can go and get some dinner. Okay, tables 10 through 15. So up to 15. You guys can go next. And if I can have your attention for a quick moment, we have there's some under a few of your chairs. There are some something indicating a prize. There are 4 different prizes. There are 4 tables that have a chair with a winning sticker, a winning indicator underneath of it. Should be tables 21, 6, 16, and 37. So look under your chair to see if you're a winner, and you can come on up and claim your prize. Woohoo. Okay, so we have a box of chocolates from here in downtown Pullman. Little box of chocolates. Awesome. Local Pullman goodies. So it's tables 21, 6, 16, and 37 that we're looking for a winner from. So far for the tables, it's still 1 through 15. Okay, tables 16 through 20.
If you have 1 or 2 spots at your table, could you raise your hand and we'll, how many? 3? We've got 3 spots over here for people who just came in, so there are a couple here. We've got a couple of singles here, 2 over here. Thank you. All right, could you raise your hand if you have spots at your table again? So we have 2 here, 1. Oh, okay, 3. All right, where's... All right, if you have places, raise the hand again and we'll see. So we've got some singles, 2 here. You have 2 over there. Okay. Okay.
Tables 20 through 25, proceed.
Okay, 25 through 30. But I think we're on tables 30 through 35. And while you're waiting, we actually have a little bit, if I can get your attention up here. Again, this year, the activity committee for your entertainment put together some meter superlatives, classing after the Jimmy Fallon sketch. We had a couple categories that we had. Everyone got to kind of nominate their coworkers for several categories. We had some that we announced ahead of time, and we wanted to present those to you. And then we also have a gift for any awards that are won. So, with no further ado, the categories that we announced previously, we'll start it up here. So the Phone Tag Award, the hardest to get to answer the phone, usually because they're very busy. That was nominated, right here, Zach Campbell.
What's he get?
There is a phone there, I saw it, but I don't know if it picks up or anything like that. So Zach, come on down if you...
There he is.
Yep.
The Taster's chocolate box are from Pam down at the corner of Grand and Main there at Palouse Country Candies. Way to go, Zach. Oh, let me say something. My neighbor from Bozeman lives in New Jersey, and he knows Zach from Hamamatsu, Dana Hinckley. Nationwide.
Okay, the next one, the Human Vulture Award. Most likely to eat anything lying around. Now, we thought we were trying to pick categories that would be a little funny but pretty broad, and we kind of missed out on this one. I think it was a pretty overwhelming landslide on nominations. We have him in the act right here. Al Henderson, come on down.
Complete with the nutcracker ornament there, Albert.
All right. Thank you very much.
Give him a hand. No, that's for me. Way to go.
Okay, the next category we had, the most interesting ride, or the vehicle with the most character. Now, there were a bunch of nominations for this. I was thinking, Andrew Hall, his bike. I was thinking, Zach Campbell, your Suburban
Big
came
red
up.
truck.
Nick Umbright, the Mustang. But came in kind of overwhelmingly, Mark Van Harn. And a number of his different projects that he can be known to come in for.
Is he here?
I'm not sure. Mark, are you here? Okay, we'll do a few more after the line comes down just a little bit. You guys can continue talking. Okay, I think we're 35 through 40, is that correct? Or and while they're getting in line, we'll do a few more categories here. So the next award is the Most Outward Award. So one of the core principles of at Meter is the outward mindset, and something that really all of us take to heart, but something that we've been learning, and there's been different people that have helped train that. So I'd like if our outward mindset facilitators could stand up and be recognized. Jeff Perry, Joel Lee, Maya Jovanich, and Kirsten. So if you haven't heard of the outward mindset, there was just a little quote that I found on their blog that I thought describes kind of what we're doing with that, and I think that plays into this award. It says, with an outward mindset, we see others as people who matter like we do. We take into account their needs, challenges, and objectives. We focus on collective results. We feel responsible to do our jobs and to do them well, but also in a way that supports others in doing their jobs, because we know that their jobs contribute to the organization's results just like ours do. And I think the one thing I'd like to point out about this award was the vast number of nominations that came in. It wasn't one person, I think, and I think that speaks to kind of what this is all about. So just to name a few: Brian Wacker, Daniel Fleming, Derek Harris, Jesse Martin, Lauren Crawford, Isaac Campbell, Paulo, Teresa Smith, Travis Beagles, Kathy Prout, Maya Jovanich, Joel Lee, Kelly Sowards, Kirsten. But since we could just only give one award, the award goes to Jeff Perry and his efforts.
From Ferdinand's Creamery, we have for Jeff Cougar Gold. Somewhere in your future, there's a macaroni and cheese waiting out there. Good job, and thank you for being a leader.
Okay, next up, we had the extracurricular overachiever. So someone that's gone out of their way to participate, get other people to participate, and to really be involved. And there's also, again, a lot of people that were nominated for this. And a special shout out to, so actually, if I could have anybody that's our Vitality team champions, anybody that's put together, worked on the Vitality challenges, or that's organized the Magic get-together, or that has helped out in the gym. Any of those people that are involved in things outside of the organization, can you please stand up?
They're busy eating.
They're busy eating. Jared, yeah. Hey, thank you for all that you guys do for the extracurricular outside of work that make being an employee at Meter so much fun. Going with one person that was nominated the most, and I think you'll see why. Ryan Kendall. I think he might be out already. He just left. All right. Okay, continue down the list. So for the next ones weren't nominated by employees, but ones that our activity committee judged on here tonight. So just some fun awards for you guys. The classiest outfit goes to the Fakuri girls.
We think they can share movie tickets.
Okay, the best accessory. And the winner is The Harrises with their hats.
Fa la 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 la.
Okay, the most Christmas spirit. Nathan Cook.
Here he comes. All four of our IT employees came in this afternoon in a pack, and they were instantly gravitationally drawn to the Star Wars Lego box.
Most epic Christmas sweater. We've had ugly sweater contests in the past. This one was really tough. There's some good sweaters. And the winner was Nick Clyde,
The sloth.
the sloth.
Come up, Nick.
Okay, I think we can do let's see, where are we at? Tables 40 to 45. How many tables do we have total?
47, I think.
Let's just do the rest of the tables. I think we're there, guys. You've waited long. Okay, next up we have the most coordinated family. And from the pictures that we grabbed, the winner here is the Crawfords. At least the Crawford girls. Okay, next up, we had the best crafter from our craft room here tonight. And the winner was Zavina. All right, next up we had the most avid gamer for all those in the game room. And for this award, we have Benton. He's in the game room.
Thanks.
There you go. And next, we'd like to recognize the youngest person here with us tonight. Now, this I wasn't quite able to figure out, so I'm going to need a little help from you guys. Who's the youngest person here? We were going to say Christy's baby's at 4 months. Is there anybody younger than 4 months? For the youngest individual, we also have a pair of movie tickets and a little bit of babysitting money. We didn't get a picture, but we thought we have many wonderful benefits here at Meter, and one of the great things is working in a family-friendly place, and being able to have all these our family and family focused. It's a fantastic thing. So, thank you guys for all of you worked on. Especially for humoring us on the Activities Committee and some of this kind of fun recognition. Thank you guys very much, and have a very Merry Christmas.
marketing.
Okay, this is awesome.
They can
though.
talk to-
Who came
they-
up with this stuff?
Well, I worked on it with Christy and Sandy. We were going to give them chocolate, and Christy said the socks have come, and so anyway,
Socks are freaking awesome.
yeah. So let's go ahead.
Okay.
Just tell me who you want, and we'll.
Well, I'm just going to do them in order of taking them out of the box.
Well, or you can just start. I mean, I think we'll go faster.
Okay.
So let's do the 5, and so that's 5. Because they're in order here. Well, they were. Okay. So there's Echo. And I'll just make sure I'm ahead of you. Not yet. But I'll bring it. Okay? Okay.
Okay, everyone. We know that many of you are still being served and enjoying your dinner. Some of you have been done with your dinner for quite some time and are now bored. So we want to give you a chance to hear these recognitions that we're making for people for their many years of service at Meter, and since technically this is a 5-year awards, this is also service at Decagon and then Meter. And I would like to point out that each person is going to be receiving probably the coolest thing I've ever seen in the world, which are these Meter socks. Okay. So, if you wear these to work, we'll know that you're really committed, okay? You're very committed to our success. I would also like to point out one small story, which is that I came to the Christmas party, and actually I was talking with Takuya about the Christmas party, and I was like, have you been to the Christmas party before? Because I knew that he started working before the Christmas party last year. And it seems to me that he would have been at the Christmas party. And he said, well, of course I was at the Christmas party, but you weren't. Yes, at this time last year, I was on a weather delay through absolutely no fault of my own, and definitely not planned in any way. I was not here, and I'm sorry for that, Tamsin. I'm still sorry for that. Okay. But I'm here now, so here are the recognitions. Starting with, so if I call your name and you are here and you would like to receive your gift by coming up to the front and being recognized, please make your way to the front as I'm reading the kind remarks that your coworkers have sent in to Tamsin that she has organized into a list. I'm going to be reading kind of quickly. It doesn't mean that your accomplishments and recognitions are not important. It means we have a lot of people to get through. So, beginning first, service term of 5 years. So these people have been working at Meter for 5 years now. So, Echo Cornwall, if you're here, can you please come up? Echo can always be counted on to do the right thing, even if it is not the easiest thing. She expects the same from everyone around her, holding us all accountable to be the best we can be. This includes giving honest feedback about my performance as her lead. Okay, so this is a comment from one of her coworkers. I greatly appreciate this, even if it is sometimes uncomfortable for both of us. Echo has X-ray vision, probably better described as X-ray insights for wisdom. She's known for her thoughtfulness and care for others and the world at large as she listens, observes, and shares her insights about important details with each other. I think that one of Echo's superpowers is her amazing ability to be able to find inconsistencies and errors in SOPs. She also is able to ask the questions in the right way to get the answer that's needed. Please join me in congratulating Echo on 5 years of service. Thank you. Joshua Warden. Josh has X-ray vision for finding bugs in software and can write high-quality code himself, not just require it of others. Uncanny ability to recite film, TV, show scenes, and dialogue nearly verbatim. meticulous attention to detail and vision in his work. Please join me in thanking Joshua for his 5 years of service for Meter. Oh, one thing I want to mention, these gift certificates, I saw them and I did not know what they're for. They're for the Meter store. So if you look at these socks and you think, that is amazing, how could I possibly get more of these socks? That is what this gift certificate is for, okay? Does that make sense? If you receive the gift certificate, that's what it's for. It's for the Meter store. I do not think you can get Meter tattoos yet at the store. They're not available yet. Steve Garrity. Steve has a commitment to radical candor that is admirable. He maintains high standards for himself and others, augmented by a strong work ethic and dedication to understanding customers. He gives us freedom and space to complete our work without being overbearing. He's very committed to accomplishing our project vision. Please join me in thanking Steve for his years of service at Meter. Kathy Prout. Kathy Prout is a wonderful person to work with. She's not always the fastest to get something done, but you never have to worry about if it was done right or if something was forgotten. She is very thoughtful on how to implement processes and always asks others what they would like or need. Kathy has been a lead document specialist for many years and really cares about the quality of Meter's products. She loves details and loves getting them done right. She is also like a hound dog when it comes to getting done what she needs to. She is a great friend. Please join me in recognizing Kathy for her years of service at Meter. Kelly Krogh. Kelly is one of the traits that stands out the most about Kelly is her unconquerable kindness. She is always pleasant, patient, helpful, intelligent, adroit, and capable. Kelly usually has all the answers and is able to keep an unbelievable number of balls in the air. Please join me in recognizing Kelly for her 5 years of service at Meter. I have to say a special thanks to Kelly because I got into a bike accident last year and she had to sort out like 5 million bills from me and probably everybody else in the company. So that was particularly appreciated. Dawn Armstrong. Dawn has been able to learn just about every process we have in repairs. Lately has been juggling Scala QA testing, TDL firmware QA testing, calibrating instruments, and recognizing and running our repair test bench when needed. He has been doing all this and keeping everything organized. I feel like Don always puts extra effort into the quality of his work, all while multitasking these things. His superpower, in my opinion, would be his ability to take a task, get it done, and add value to it for others and the company while he's at it. Please join me in thanking Don for his work at Meter for 5 years. Nathan Taysom, super avid snowmobiler. He scares even the Byers clan, okay? And that's hard to do. Great at identifying technical risk and devising tests to see if designs will fail in those ways. Not afraid of math. Doesn't want to go for work for Boeing. He found Pullman too urban and moved to Colton. I think that's a great one. Yeah. He's like, I'm getting out of the big city. When I think of working with Nathan, the first thing that comes to mind for me is his willingness to tackle any challenge and look at it from multiple perspectives to come up with some great design options. I've worked with a lot of projects with Nathan, and I think he is one of the best engineers to work with because he is super receptive to ideas and brainstorming. That makes working on these projects a lot more fun. Please join me in thanking Nathan for his 5 years of service at Meter. Josh Clue. I don't know if Josh is here. Maybe? No? Okay. Josh is not here. I know Josh and I've worked with him. He's an awesome guy. He moved down to the Bay Area and still works with us in QA. Josh is very knowledgeable on Scala and always willing to help out. Going beyond his role as a QA engineer to help the project run smoothly, however possible. Gaining deep product expertise and insights. Often he knows more about the product than anyone, and I find myself asking him to remind me how a feature works. This is especially interesting when I'm the one designing and implementing the features, yet Josh knows them better than I do. A round of applause for Josh Clue, please. Jeff Brown. Jeff is very adaptable, can figure out how to use Excel to identify outliers and generate statistics for a data set, and then switch gears to handle a sales call. Using kid gloves to handle a dissatisfied customer or extol the technical virtues of Tempos over an Arduino implementation. Excellent communication skills, can cut to the core of what people are saying and then translate it to be understandable to someone else. Fastest sunflower seed cracker in the Northwest. Covertly clocked at over 16 cracked seeds per minute without even breaking a sweat. He can tie a knot on the end of his rope and jump into new adventures. He will jump into a project, figure it out, and push it forward. For someone with a degree in French, he is pretty smart. Brian Wacker said that, so it's not really an insult, okay? Just calm down. Okay, Jeff, thank you for your 5 years of service at Meter. Ollie Link. I would say the best thing about Ollie is that he always steps up to the plate when things get busy and hectic during times of crisis. Ollie is great at getting it done. He will do whatever it takes to get high-quality products out on time, even when dealing with multiple obstacles. I can always count on him to take care of anything he is tasked with without ever having to worry about it being handled. I thought I saw Ollie here. Is Ollie here? Ollie. Round of applause for Ollie. Tracy Alvarez. Her superpower is thoroughness, attention to detail, and pure awesomeness. She is very thorough in making sure that all the little bits and pieces of projects are there and completed. She has no problem letting Travis and Jared and myself know when we forgot one of these little pieces. This definitely helps us keep us in line and our department running smoothly. Please join me in thanking Tracy for her 5 years of service at Meter. Andy Galbraith. Some of Andy's superpowers are telling it like it is. You will always get a straight answer from him, and he is extremely honest. He's an excellent technical editor. He's gone through every Aqualab instrument manual multiple times. He makes sure he and everyone associated with lab services follows proper protocol, whether that's testing, documentation, or training. He seeks to make real friendships with people at Meter, not only within his department, but from people all over the company, going to lunch, coming over to dinner, taking walks, etc. And he's an amazing cook. And I think he has, bumper to bumper, the shortest car at the Meter parking lot. Is that true? I think that's true. Please join me in thanking Andy Galbraith for 5 years of service. Sandy Kopczynski. Sandy is somewhere. Somewhere? There she is. Okay. I knew she was here. Okay. Sandy's superpower is always to be there and have a plan B when something goes wrong, especially for trade shows where she is never over-prepared. Sandy's superpower is, I think that should say underprepared. That's been my experience. Okay, Sandy's superpower is her huge heart. She really cares about the people in the office and the things they are trying to accomplish. When you're dealing with a crisis, there's no one you would rather have on your side. Sandy will do whatever it takes to get the job done, and will do it generously and with grace. And one more thing I'd like to say about Sandy is, and her job, we knew when we hired Sandy that trade shows are something of a thankless job because when things go right, nobody says anything. And when they go wrong, it's always the trade show manager's fault. So that's something that Sandy carries off with grace and aplomb, and thank you for your 5 years of service at Meter. Okay, Tom Pham. A big round of applause for Tom and dinner. Dinner was wonderful. I don't know where Tom is. Maybe somebody should go and find him. Well, I would assume kitchen. He's around here. There's Tom. Thank you. Okay, Tom. He's the fastest at everything he does and really wants his workers to be fast as well. He can make something out of next to nothing or ingredients you're not fond of and makes them tasty as well as pleasing to look at. He has a knack for impersonating voices. His favorite phrase is, "Yes, chef." He makes great food while always being cheerful and friendly. Please join me in thanking Tom for his 5 years of service at Meter. Thanks, Tom. Let's see. It's good. Yes, here we go. Sherry. Okay, Sherry Lord. Sherry's superpower is teleportation. From one part of the company to the next, Sherry materializes in teams and areas to learn about their work and give feedback on processes. Teleportation involves the transfer of energy, which she accomplishes through super portals like Asana, Google Calendar, and Requests. Sherry is courteous and kind. I love Sherry. She is fun to work with. She has a good sense of humor and is good at putting people at ease when she talks to them. Please join me in thanking Sherry Lord for 5 years of service at Meter. Susan Newman. If Susan were a superhero, she would be the maximizer. With the ability to put a positive spin on anything, she optimizes situations that most might find intimidating or defeating. Not only does she have a keen eye for identifying opportunities in situations, but she sees opportunities in people as well. Susan is great at meeting others where they're at, leveraging their strengths and championing them as they grow through their weaknesses. I didn't see Susan. Is Susan here? Susan? No Susan? I think she's maybe on a trip, actually. So please join me in congratulating Susan for her 5 years of service. Kenneth Welling. Kenneth is really great at providing good puns. Have you heard about the dyslexic agnostic insomniac? He's awake all night wondering if there really is a dog. And for asking deep philosophical questions that lie behind our SOPs. Along with being a professional rambling man, Ken is the devil's strongest advocate. He's always questioning and challenging the plan for the status quo. When this can be frustrating to some, I always saw it as a huge benefit to the team's planning and goals. Ken is always the one person making sure we aren't doing something for the sake of it. It has also challenged me to make sure that I was creating solid arguments when it came to making product testing and development decisions. Thank you, Kenneth, for your 5 years of service at Meter. Aha. Whew. 5 years done. Onward and upward to 10 years. I think it starts there. Okay. Virginia Wiggins. Virginia is extremely consistent in her work. She can be counted on to reliably perform calibrations in high standard at a steady rate every day. She's like clockwork when it comes to her calibration documentation. Everything is always perfect. Virginia is dedicated. If you need to find her, all you have to do is go to her calibration bench and she will be there plugging away. She pays attention to details and can feel when something is wrong with an instrument. She's conscientious about all of her work and always tries to follow procedures. She is kind and takes time to talk to others and get to know them when she can. She probably knows the cleaning crew better than any of us. Virginia, thank you for your 10 years of service at Meter Group. Joe Bowney. Joe, all of his co-workers say the same thing. So maybe they said the same thing many times. Joe has a keen eye for high quality and is relentless in his pursuit of it. He is diligent, honest, and loyal. He is quick-witted and very funny. Did not see Joe. Is he here? No. What's that? Yeah, I don't think he's here. Please join me in congratulating Joe on his 10 years of service. Derek Harris. Derek always gets it done. Finisher, omnipresent. He's always ready to do whatever the team needs. Rock solid. He's like Captain America. You can always rely on him. Derek rocks. He is both perceptive and intuitive. His knowledge of our history and products give him an understanding to direct staff and influence customers. Thank you, Derek, for your 10 years of service at Meter. Zach Halverson. Zach makes coming to work more enjoyable. His sense of humor and genuine care for those around him make him a great coworker. Zach helped me a lot when I was a new employee at Meter. Recently, Zach was completely moved and just kind of put where there was a little room. Then we needed that little bit of room, so I moved him to a spot that was much less accommodating, and by that I mean an area 5 feet by 10 feet. He and all of his cable pulling equipment and parts he uses, excluding his fancy cable machine, had to fit. And after he moved things around a little bit from how I left it, things did fit. I'm saying all this to get a superpower of his. The dude never complained once, never once pushed back. He just said, all right, helped move, made adjustments, and kept producing. His superpower is having a great attitude and being able to absorb change and keep on keeping on. Please join me in congratulating Zach on 10 years of service at Meter. Julia Mumford. Julia is probably the kindest coworker I've ever worked with, and definitely one of the smartest I've ever worked with. Her knowledge of Meter and Decagon is something I've come to rely on almost daily. Like all writers, she's a great thinker. Kindness and keen wit are her superpowers. Julia, please join me in thanking Julia for her 10 years of service at Meter. It's actually a lot longer than that, but we're counting continuous years. If you take a break, then, it doesn't really count. Okay, Teresa Green. Sorry? No. Oh, okay, Teresa. Oh, this is not Teresa. She's here. Great, Teresa. Teresa's familiarity with so many parts of the company, production, inventory, etc., make her a great resource for trying to solve problems. Also, she always has good snacks at her desk, which doesn't make sense with Al being there. So I'm just saying it doesn't compute. Teresa is so helpful and cheerful and is also very hardworking. Teresa has a kind heart and giving heart, and that is what drives every aspect of her life. She is a dedicated employee who will rise to any task she is given. She's always willing to jump in and help anywhere she's needed, but has come to be known as a person with all the answers who will find one for you. But what I value most is that she is a loyal friend and confidant who always supports and lifts me up. First, Teresa has a miraculous memory. She's able to pull part numbers of obscure products out of thin air, remember what foods I like most, and more often than not can remember what she is supposed to be doing when she's not doing it. Not really sure what that means. Maybe this is an inside joke. I'm just going to go with it, and then, laugh if you think it's funny, and then we'll keep going. Let's see. Teresa seems to know what I'm thinking at all times. For example, I might start a question with, "Have we heard back from those guys about?" without any reference, or what I'm talking about, and Teresa will respond, "Yes, I heard back from them today," and proceed to answer the question I never finish asking. That's weird, right? Please join me in thanking Teresa for her 10 years of service at Meter Group. Thank you. Ken Byers. Minus the frazzled white, Ken Byers, minus the frazzled white hair, is the embodiment of Doc from Back to the Future. He has a unique and practical perspective on mechanical engineering and can occasionally be seen wearing some custom gadget he has created. It's probably not coincidental that the NIR mechanical housing he's currently designing looks a lot like a flux capacitor. 1.21 gigawatts.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. He works tirelessly adopting and improving products until they work like a well-oiled machine. He's also the only person I know who can fool a foreigner with his foreign accent. I find that hard to believe.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I listen to
Sorry. I'll take your word for it. Okay. Hardworking mechanical engineer who possesses broad experience and a deep well of wisdom. Our first recruit from our former neighbor, Metrogard. He was initially contacted through soccer breaks held on the upper field between the two buildings. Ken's powerful toe kick is not something to be messed with. He brings his athletic enthusiasm and never-ending endurance into the mechanical engineering world as well. Ken tirelessly looks for ways to improve and simplify designs. If he could build a car using just one size of screw, he would. Over the years, Ken has worked on many projects and brought good engineering practices to each product. Ken is also a great and trustworthy friend and would give you the shirt off his back if you needed it. He also brings a jovial feeling and a humor to meetings and daily tasks. Please join me in thanking Ken Byers for 10 years of service at Meter Group. Enjoy the talk.
Boy, am I happy that Scott was not out on a customer visit this year. So I'm very pleased to thank Scott himself for the 10 years that he's served the company. I don't think this actually stretches back to when he got fired as our janitor back in the old days. So, Scott Campbell. Scott's superpower is being able to imagine and completely commit to a vision that will elevate all those around him. He is completely unfettered by convention, even eschewing it, and is able to turn a passion for new things into action. He can read and digest ideas and concepts and implement them into reality. He is also one of the greatest salespeople alive, as he always is trying new things and convincing others of their amazingness. I can really vouch for this. Have you seen my trailer? Anyway. Intelligence, fastest reader ever. Photographic memory, perhaps. Can see into the future and chart a course for success. Water park surfer extraordinaire. Not sure about that one. Scott's superpowers are Mr. Idea Man. He's very creative and is always looking for new ideas to solve challenging problems. His ability to learn and master anything, triathlon, swimming, making kitchen cabinets, cooking, making a deck, sales, etc. His ability to set clear vision and cut through the clutter so we can focus on what matters most. Scott is definitely a fly over tall buildings kind of guy, cape, suit and all, scanning the horizon for new ideas from 10,000 feet. He loves adventure, being airborne, planning next moves, staying in shape to do it all, and encouraging others to join in the fun. Thank you, Scott, for 10 years.
Yeah, now I don't feel nearly so bad about embarrassing all of you guys. Okay. Mark, who does not appear to be here, having not already received one award, and this will also be in absentia. You saw him at some point. If you're here, Mark, make yourself known. Mark Van Harn, alias the Shop Wizard, began working February 13, 2013. From his coworkers, I think Mark's superpower comes from a strong desire to make sure commitments are kept and there is a quality in his work. He will show anyone anything they want to know about the shop just to make sure that if you borrow something that it'll get put back. But a kind of direct meter all email would be sent out. One such meter all email about the machine shop use as a hallway, and I'm quoting here directly from the man himself. As there are a lot of new employees over the last couple of years, Joe and I would like to take this time to remind everyone that the south end of the machine shop should not be used as a hallway, especially if someone is working in that area on the saws and such. There are many hazards that exist in the machine shop, as well as we have outgrown our space. What space we do have becomes very cramped. The path between the two doors at the south end is not a clear shot. There will be 3 industrial saws, work tables, several carts, heavy materials, often pallets that must be negotiated to get between the doors. For everyone's safety and for our sanity, we would ask that you please walk the extra 20 steps to travel around the north side of the building and to get to and from the east building. Thank you and have a wonderful day, Mark. Yeah, I was thinking more like, if you do it again, we'll put your head in a vise and hit it with a ball peen hammer. But no, that's not what it said. That's not what it said. I'm just saying, I thought it might say that. Mark's superpower, he can fake it with the best of them. He always goes into everything 100%, never does anything halfway. Like that time he almost killed himself skydiving. That was kind of cool. I have worked closely with Mark for most of his 15 years at Meter. He brings great insight and talent to all that he does, prides himself on quality, helpfulness, and goes out of his way to get things done on time and in spec. He's a straight shooter with machining design or with his handgun. Okay, we're actually going to skip that part. He is truly a shop wizard. Thank you, Mark, for your service at Meter, even if you're not here. Okay, Doug Kobos. Doug began work on August 6, 2003. Here's what some of his coworkers had to say. Doug's superpower is making dreams a reality. Many are able to dream, but few are able to execute. Doug is able to take ideas, push them through to careful evaluation, and take them to fruition better than anyone else. As a team member and as a leader, he uses his level head in a way that helps others and that he can be proud of. He is passionate about Meter and the things that the company can do for its employees and clients. Doug is so great, he can distill problems down to their essence for quick resolution. He is logical, not illogical, logical and reasonable, and able to approach difficult situations with a direct, humorous approach. I would say one of Doug's superpowers is thinking of every possible outcome for sensor development and making sure that we thoroughly test our new sensors. I would say a second obvious superpower is still being the fastest runner at Meter, even though he is an old man. Two-time reigning turkey trot champ, Doug Kobos. Thank you. Whew, almost there. Hang in there. Edie Flynn. Edie began work September 4th, 1998, and worked for many years in the reception area before recently moving to accounting. As reported by her coworkers, her superpowers include attention to detail, hard work, and really listening to what others say. She also has a great smile and is always willing to help out where needed. Thank you, Edie, for your 20 years of service to Meter. Dessert winners, Travis. I'm told that Travis has the keys to the kingdom.
We want the next person up.
Okay. Travis, turn the mic over to you. Oh, are we doing it in sequence? Okay. I guess. You're just window dressing for right now. Okay. This last recognition is for my dad, Galen Campbell. Dad, could you come up, please? So, Dad has been at the business for 20 years officially. He started in May 13th, 1998. That was his first day at work at Meter, which is a total joke because at Decagon, which is a total joke because, of course, he had founded the company back in 1983 with a number of other people. And there's, of course, nobody who embodies the spirit of our company more than Galen. And these are some thoughts that were put together by his coworkers. And one of these is, the last half of this is from Paulo, and I think it really, I'm not sure how Paulo did it, but he captured it and said it more beautifully than I could ever say it. So here goes. Galen Campbell. Galen began his employment at Decagon in 1998, although he'd worked for no compensation for the company for many years. Because of his extensive contributions, Meter and Decagon have become more than the average recognition here. Colin said, he is not only one of the greatest soil physicists that ever lived, and better in electronics, business, and several other pursuits than most experienced practitioners, but he is one of the most humble and teachable men you'll ever meet. He is kind, generous, thoughtful, hardworking, passionate, driven, wise, and patient. He is the best teacher I've ever had and one of the best listeners I've ever talked to. He's enthusiastic about raising the next generation and the generation after that. He sees the good in people and accentuates it. He leads the charge into battle and never hangs back to let others do what he might. Paulo said, so this is Paulo's words, "What is Galen's most remarkable superpower? Is it his profound understanding of physics, along with math, electronics, computer science, agronomy, food science, and any programming language out there? Is it that he can engineer better than anyone else and his designs invariably improve on the most effective and ingenious ones? Probably not. Is it his outstanding intuition or his ability to solve technical problems and learn quickly and put them into a business opportunity? Or his entrepreneurial skills and financial acumen? No, certainly not. Even though he has those things. Is it that he knows the thermal diffusivity of glycerin off the top of his head? I mean, that's ridiculous. And does not need to Google the latent heat of vaporization for water? Is that true? What's the latent heat of vaporization for water?
It's 540 calories per gram.
I love it how he thought I knew that too. That was a very long time ago. That actually is one of his superpowers. He believes in other people, okay? Or that he can climb the hill to his house under any weather condition without sweating. No, my friends. Galen's superpower is that he works harder than anyone else and never wastes a minute. And yet, he is always ready to drop what he's working on and assist whomever seeks help. This is really true. I sometimes go in to talk to Dad about business, and I wander in, and Dad puts down what he's working on, and we talk. And it's something that I don't know why he does it, but it's a blessing in my life. Is it his patience or the grace he displays when others drop the ball or advance even some of the most bizarre ideas? No, no, and no. What gives Galen his superpowers and what makes him truly unique is that he has been able to preserve his soul of a child. Just like a child, his eyes sparkle with excitement before a clever idea, a breakthrough, or a new opportunity. Just like a child, he walks through life with a contagious smile. His curiosity and eagerness to learn are Galen's true blessings, and hopefully an inspiration to the rest of us. Please join me in thanking Galen for everything he's done for Meter and Decagon. Okay, now Travis, you really are wondering why I called you up before, aren't you? Okay, so Travis, time over to you.
Thanks, Scott. I'm going to use this as my third hand. All right, I have here in front of me the results of this year's dessert contest. Are you excited? So am I. First, I'd like to thank our judges. This year, we had some impartial, external to Meter group judges do all the tasting and detail. So I'd like to thank Bella Saburi, Lizzie Johnson, and Lindsay Smith, who led the team of judges. Can we give them a round of applause? The green is my advance button. All right, okay. All right, so let's go through. Our adult first place winner is Laura Winder. And I have a little something here for you, Laura, if you want to come grab it. Okay, and our adult second place winner is Rick Sherman. Okay, moving on from the adults. Our youth first place winner is Austin Harris. All right, and our second place youth winner is Eliza Campbell. Okay, moving on to the next category, or group, excuse me. Our children first place winner is All of the Hill Kids. So wherever Dustin's kids are at, or Dustin himself, they may be out in the hallway. Okay. All right, so our second place winner for the children is Newbold. Would anybody recognize this particular dessert? Buddy the Elf, any? Yes. Okay, our next category are cookies. So our cookie winner this year is our very own Tamsin Jolly. And she may be wheeling the desserts out into the hallway there, so we'll get this to her later. All right, our second place winner for the cookie is Kelsey Taysom. Wait, did I get you the right one? Okay, that was really close. I almost gave away the grand prize. All right. So, this is our final award for our grand prize winner. Overall, best dessert is Stacy Armstrong. Okay, I'm all done. The mic is whoever needs it next. Scott?
Thought you were going to do like an improv routine or something. No, you don't have any. Okay. You don't get paid. I don't think you got paid for dessert judging either, to be fair. Okay, so without any further ado, I understand this is queued up and ready to go. The Meter Christmas Video 2018. Please watch in amazement and enjoy.
"2018 has been a big year for Meter. We've pushed our revolutionary new brand further than ever before, selling impressive new products like Scala Hub, Saturo, Labros, Zentra, and other names in all caps that don't really make sense unless you're a scientist. But as we turn to the new year, We have a new product in all caps that will change the world. You may be asking how we managed it, and how the world is accepting it. Here's what members of our team had to say.
We started being confused, and I learned from Kirby that that's where you want to be before enlightenment. You know, we have a robot on Mars, so I think we decided we could do better than that.
This has been an exciting project to work on. It's been a long time in the making. There's been a lot of different departments working on it and really coming up with a platform that speaks to the researcher and making sure that that researcher streamlining their processes is really what this project has been.
We had a lot of testing that we did both here in-house and with some testing partners. We got some good feedback from them and made some adjustments. And then once it was ready for release, we were able to do that without too much problem. And so far we've got really good feedback from our customers, I think both here in the US and internationally with that.
So from what I can tell from working with customers directly and also just asking them, researchers across the board are incredibly excited about this. It is saving them time, it's saving them efficient. It's completely just more efficient as a whole.
Manny drew some beautiful pictures and we made the thing look like that. So that's all it takes, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a pretty solid release.
And let's hope, for all of our sakes, that your releases stay solid. The intense research was taxing, sidetracking less important projects such as Scala and Zentra, ultimately requiring the purchase of aircraft to allow for specialists to move freely during experimentation. Here we can see real footage of development at our Meter Pullman labs, a combination of complex chemistry and what the uneducated would call playing in the dirt. Although this is actual footage of us testing our sandcastle instruments alongside. Here he carefully pours the magic serum into the beaker, placing the tubes back perfectly. These chemicals are things not to be messed with, and we take our jobs very seriously in keeping them precise and well measured. Even when experiments go wrong. After years of the rinse and repeat cycle, we finally got the formula correct. Adding the ingredients in the correct order and correct amount, there were so many variables we had to get right that it took us a very long time. But in the end, we were finally successful in creating what we had set out to create. Something beyond ourselves. Something for Santa Claus. Introducing Meter Cane. Meter Cane is an all-in-one holiday enjoyment sensor, telling you how much joy, cheer, and happiness you have in your home at any given time. But let's see how this feat of modern engineering is made here at Meter headquarters. We begin simply by applying the Fleeb juice directly to the cane. This is important because it moisturizes it and allows it to absorb the joy in a room, sucking it directly from your soul. Imagine something similar to how your job sucks the soul from you. After treating it, the cane is then placed on a board. This board is what will support it through the oven, and it will instill it with a sense of hate for the family around the holidays, much like the people who will be using it. We believe our products should fit in where they are. After passing inspection, it's sent through an oven fueled by the souls of previous video interns, myself included. It is then expected after the oven, which makes no sense, and it also makes me wonder where the board went. I guess we'll never know. The cane is then logged by this degenerate. As he logs it, he prepares the others to be soldered. Here we see him placing them into the soldering machine. This is where the canes will be imbued with their electrical ability, allowing you to shock unliked relatives, as well as sense the happiness in the air. As you can tell, it takes a delicate touch. These are sensitive instruments and should not be put in a child's mouth, nor your mouth for that matter, especially after having lead sprayed on them in this machine. Much like Scholar, the Meter Cane has won design awards, although mostly Nordic, and surprisingly one from the North Pole. That being said, all of those awards are the first place winner for looks like something you could eat, but definitely isn't, because we lost a ton of elves. They all ate this, and they all died. After being soldered, the canes are then put into the cheer oven. This bakes in cheer and goodwill towards everyone. This is important in a joy and happiness sensor, because it allows the sensor to judge, but unbiasedly judge. She then slides them in, closes the door, and presses the start button. Miraculously, only milliseconds later, the canes are done and ready to be removed. Is it video magic, or is it the magic of Christmas in our hearts? We'll never know. After they're removed, the canes are moved to testing. This is to ensure that they can withstand the harsh environment of a home around Christmas time, with all the coming and going, fights, and love going on. These canes have to withstand the most extreme relationships, as well as temperatures if they're thrown outside. The canes are then placed in a box, and they're sent off to be continued processing. Here they're placed on a rack, and they await their new home on the heat bench. Here we see them placed lovingly and shrouded in a warm winter jacket, and then roasted over an open heat gun. It might not be as romantic as a fire, but it's much more efficient. Afterwards, the tips are protected. Again, these are sharp, they are not for eating. As much as they may look like a candy cane, they are a meter cane. After they are covered, the canes are packaged. Some instructions are put in, along with some helpful little tags so that people know what they are and where they came from. These will prove useful later, because most people want to return these. Joke is, we don't accept any returns on this specific product. Now that the canes are packaged, they're ready to go to a new home. Shipping will pull out a box, fold it in the most cheerful of ways. You can see our box technology far surpasses many of our competitors. The canes are then placed inside, and we fill the rest with cotton candy pellets, useful for being shipped, as well as for being eaten. But let me remind you, do not eat the Meter Cane. It is then weighed, and the receiver is written on the package. And sent off down the line to its new home. Now that Santa Claus and the world has the Meter Cane, they're ready for Christmas. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.
All right, the desserts are in the lobby. We would ask, first, if you want a centerpiece, your name is in alphabetical order by your first name on this board, right in the center of the room. All the centerpieces are numbered, and they start, I think one's over in that corner and 40 back in that. And we thought we had more tables than we did, so like 46 to something, 48 to 52 are up here on the front. So if you want it, please take it home. Other than that, please clear your tables as much as possible, and we're going to push back. For those of you who want to stay and play the white elephant, we're going to start making 2 circles of chairs up here at the front. And thank you to everyone who made the party a success. Thank you. If you didn't bring a white elephant and you want to stay and play, we brought a few extras, so come talk to Colin.